The Western woke agenda does not exist in mainland China. Yes, sirree. I'm not freaking blind, guys. It's Gweilo style. I think it's Thursday. You could die.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Geez, you know? Oh yeah, because it goes on and on and on. For all you haters, there's something to chew on for the next couple of... You got it. The woke agenda of the Western world doesn't exist here in mainland China. We have no race baiting because you don't have to plot one race against the other in an election every 4 years. We have no gender identification here in China. There are only two genders. There's a male and there's a female. They don't have the hundreds, thousands, or LGBTQ plus. They'll put the P in there sooner or later. You bet your bottom dollar on it. And because everybody else gets what they want, and their sexual fantasies are celebrated in things like pride gay parades and stuff. You see, in China, that doesn't happen. In China, they have a common sense approach to the reality of the family. You can't have two gay guys and a daughter unless the daughter is from a previous relationship or adopted or whatever. So you can see that they have, how do I say this? They have a more wholesome understanding of what a family should be, of what a relationship should be, of what reality should be, and you get this a lot in China, where you bring up anything. Well, actually, they laugh about it. They watch stuff on the news and they see these drag queens reading to children in schools, and they go, "Why would you do that? Why? What would? Why?" They don't get it, and frankly speaking, I don't get it either. In China, if a guy ended up in the girls' bathroom, he would probably go to jail. And it wouldn't matter if this guy was wearing a dress or saying, well, I identify as a girl. I identify as a teenage black lesbian, and he's a big white minor. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't matter. They'd arrest him and they'd throw his ass in jail. Why? Because he's not supposed to be there. In the Western world, where they have gender-neutral bathrooms in schools, it's just, they're just hoping, or not hoping, they're making it easy for abuses to occur. When you go to a gymnasium, what's that? 24-hour fitness, or I can't remember what it's called, but they've got the gender-neutral dressing rooms. Well, I for one would never go to a gym like that, just for the fact that it's wrong. When you look at the sports world in the Western world, you've got biological men competing against biological females, and it's not an even playing field. You would never have that in China because they would not allow that. Why? Because they have a common sense approach to what the world is supposed to be like, and it's always been male and female. They don't have pronouns. There's another one. Call me they, them. You misgendered me. Who the fuck cares? Like, here, if you call a girl and a guy, it doesn't. You see, even I spent a little bit of time down in the Philippines, and there's a lot of gay people there. There's a lot of transvestites and whatever, and they know. And I spent a lot of time in Thailand too, and they've got the lady boys. But you know what? They know what they are. They don't say, "Oh, you have to call me this. I'm a guy stuck in a girl's body, or I'm a girl stuck in a guy's body." They don't do that. What they do is they just say, "Well, I'm a lady boy," or I'm a transvestite, or whatever. They don't want you to think of them as, well, I'm a girl. Well, you can't be a girl. You got a pecker. Well, no, I identify as a girl. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, in China, you don't see it. I've been here 21 years, and I've seen one guy, and I think he was a teenager. He wasn't very old, dressed up as a girl. But in 21 years, that's the only time I've ever seen that. So you don't have that culture here in China, and it makes it for a more wholesome place to live. The Chinese don't roll that way. They won't tolerate. You see, if they had the gay uprisings, we want this and we want that, and how dare you? Well, I don't know how to put it to you guys, but in China, they wouldn't put up with that. They really wouldn't. Somebody walking down the street dressed up as a girl, a guy dressed up as a girl, and you can tell that it's a guy. Well, that person would probably be laughed at constantly. It would be humiliating for that person here in China, and it's because the culture is a culture of reality. No, you're not a girl. You're a guy. You know what I mean? It's the way it's supposed to be. They don't have perverted sexual ideas here in China. They aren't indoctrinated by the teachers in the schools. The schools have been infiltrated by this faction of society in the West. In the East, in China, not the East, because there's a lot of stuff going on in places like Thailand and the Philippines and stuff, and I've seen it. But those are different types of societies. But in China, they wouldn't allow indoctrination in a school like they do in the West, in the United States, in Canada, where if a child wants to change their identity from guy to girl, girl to guy type thing, the teachers won't even tell the parents what's going on, and the kid can pick a different name. And see, what they do is they teach sexual perversion in the schools in the West, because the people that are running the schools are themselves these sexual deviants, and that's what is so disturbing about this whole thing. They indoctrinate these children into this type of life, trying to normalize it, because they've been taught it from kindergarten all the way through grade school, so it becomes something that well, as I say, is normalized at an early age. Well, as soon as that happens, you've got a whole bunch of predators looking at the new toys that are coming up that they can take advantage of. And that's the type of stuff that, if it happened in China, those fuckers would be going to jail. And I tell you that there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because they won't put up with sexual perversion of children in China. They won't put up with a small faction of people with a deviant type of understanding to take advantage of the majority of the people. See, here in China, those small little groups that want all of their rights, and they'll stomp on your rights to get them, they don't get any play, because they're working on behalf of the majority of the people here, rather than all of these little minorities that want what they want, and they'll yell and they'll scream and they'll whine and they'll cry, and some bleeding heart frickin' liberal like Trudeau or Biden will give them exactly what they want, and to hell with the rest of the people. It's a dementation of the society in the Western world, and China won't play that game. And that's one of the reasons that I like China so much, is you don't have to put up with that shit over here, which is sort of nice. because, and I know I'm going to take it on the chin for this video, guys, like there's so many active trolls out there in this faction of life that if this video goes even a little bit viral, then chances are I'll get death threats. I've had death threats before, many of them. You know, I'll get you, you son of a bitch, and stuff like that. Oh God, you know, they can have their views, but if anybody has an alternative view from what their view is, well then automatically you become a target. And I become a target because I'm very pro-China. I've lived here for 21 years. I love it here. The weather's good. Well, actually, there's a guy that says, why would anybody want to live in China? And I'm going to make a video about that, probably right after I do this one. But you know, the idea that there's so much more opportunity here. It's not a demented society. The world is like, the world here is what it used to be back in the 1950s in a place like Canada or the United States, in Arizona or Delaware or Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, where there was virtually no crime. There wasn't drug addicts. There wasn't homeless people. There wasn't gay guys. Well, not just gay. Transvestites, guys dressing up as girls is totally different than gay. I know some people that are gay, and don't get me wrong, they can live their life the way they want to. I have no problem with that. But when they try to shove it down your throat, it's geez, that was not the right way to put that. Then something has to stop. And you know, because you don't see heterosexual white males walking around celebrating their sexuality, because it's just that. It's something that, you know, that should be private. That shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be out there telling everybody that you're gay and you're going to celebrate that. And why? It doesn't make any sense. So you don't have that in China. You've got that in the Western world. And that's one of the reasons why China is a much better place to live in, because you don't have that demented society out there that tries to push their deviant sexual shit on the rest of the world, especially the children in schools. And that's the one that really frosts my ass, because how dare them. Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60 on the streets of Nanning City, Guangxi Autonomous Region, China. And it's early in the morning, so nothing's open yet, and I love it. It's after Mid-Autumn Festival, so it's starting to cool down a little bit now. I think it's only going to maybe 32, 33 degrees today, so that's livable. And like, comment, subscribe, push that share button, and until next time, thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye now. So I guess the moral of this story is that in China, girls are girls and boys are boys. And it helps the society have more morality, and as society has more morality, they can use their time for things that matter: family, work, education, health care, exercise, and not be sidelined by this ideology that will bring down society to a level that it has in the Western world.